Criminologists believe that psychopaths work smarter than normal people, and their brains are sharp enough to manipulate situations as per their needs. During the 1980s, a similar psychopath who was seemingly a gentleman roamed around the streets of Texas and had a bizarre liking for women's eyeballs. He removed them with surgical precision after killing his victims. Charles Albright was adopted from an orphanage and was taken care of by his loving parents. They never knew they were raising a human-faced monster who would grow up to become a cold-blooded psychopath. Since childhood, Albright had been an extraordinary student who showed his unbeatable talent in several activities. He used to kill small animals with a shotgun and precisely stuff them along with his mother. For others, a childhood incident was enough to predict that Albright would have criminal inclinations, as he was involved in an assault and theft at the age of 13. He had an interest in medical training and surgery, and to follow his passion, he got admission in pre-medical school but could not pass the training. In his mid-teenage years, Albright was sent to jail for 1 year on charges of theft. He was struck off from the college, after which he chose false means to get bachelor's and master's degrees. His deceitful behavior did not stop there, as he was once sent to jail for 2 years for stealing hundreds of dollars of material from a hardware store. The psychopath was released from jail before term, after which he started befriending people around him. Once visiting a friend, he sexually molested their 14-year-old daughter and was sent to jail, but was released on probation later. Albright's haunting killing spree began when he murdered prostitute Mary Lou from Oak Cliff in 1990. She was shot in the back while her body was dismembered. The autopsy examination revealed that both eyes were removed with surgical precision, which they believed the assailant had taken with him. Another prostitute, Susan Beth, was found dead in the same area, and her eyeballs were also pierced. Shirley Williams was the next victim, who was also a sex worker and received multiple shots. It was later found that her eyes were also missing. Police analyzed the fact that all the prostitutes were murdered similarly and later interviewed several other sex workers from the Dallas area. They found that the cunning killer had an obsession with human eyeballs and had a collection of X-Acto blades. In a search operation, police raided Albright's house and found several X-Acto blades, the book Gray's Anatomy, and crime-related novels. In March 1991, Albright was arrested on charges of murder following a prolonged investigation. He pleaded guilty to Williams's murder, but investigators believed that the other 2 murders and several other unsolved cases were also committed by him. Finally, the psychopath who was born to kill was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The vicious murderer was later declared a psychopath, followed by his confinement to a psychiatric unit, where he died in August 2020. Additionally, Albright's ability to evade suspicion for an extended period highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement in apprehending elusive and cunning offenders. His calculated efforts to cover his tracks and maintain a facade of normalcy posed significant obstacles to investigators, prolonging the agony of victims' families and exacerbating the fear and uncertainty gripping the community. Moreover, Albright's case underscores the critical importance of collaborative efforts between law enforcement agencies and mental health professionals in identifying and apprehending individuals who pose a threat to society due to their severe psychological disorders. In the aftermath of Albright's reign of terror, his legacy serves as a grim reminder of the profound consequences of untreated mental illness and the enduring scars left by senseless acts of violence. As communities grapple with the lingering trauma inflicted by his crimes, his name becomes synonymous with the darkest manifestations of human depravity and the urgent imperative of prioritizing mental health awareness and support services. While Charles Albright may have met his demise within the confines of a psychiatric unit, the specter of his atrocities continues to haunt the collective consciousness, serving as a sobering cautionary tale of the fragility of the human psyche and the enduring quest for justice in the face of unspeakable horror.